What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. So, we are here with a new show. New show alert. This show is Chasing Orlando from the Chasing Reality platform on YouTube. It is a web-based LGBTQIA reality series. As you guys know, you are probably familiar with the Chasing brand if you've been following me, because we do Chasing LA and Chasing Dallas and Chasing Atlanta. So this is the newest installment in the Chasing series. It is Chasing Orlando. So this is episode 1. Let's go ahead and get into the things. Y'all know it's a new show, so we have to get to know the people. So we start off, we meet Chef Pablo. And you find out that Chef Pablo is the father. I think he said the father of 3. We meet his mom. His mom has been battling cancer. He said basically he has put his life on hold for the last couple of years to help his mom, make sure she's good. And now he's trying to get things back in order, get his business back on track. He is a chef, and he, is sort of known in the Orlando area. He is hosting an event called the Puff and Paint. It's going to be on 420. And it is an event where he'll be cooking and he'll be hosting. Now, the rest of this episode revolves around the people going to the Puff and Paint, right? So the Puff and Paint is the event of this episode. If you follow Reality TV, you know that Reality TV is all about events and what happened before the event, during the event, and recapping after the event. So the event is the Puff and Paint. Then we meet Drew. Now, my first impression of Chef Pablo, I kind of like him. He's definitely a family guy. We see that, made a lot of sacrifices for the family. So we didn't get to see a lot more of him this episode, but definitely prayers to his family, prayers to his mom, and all of those things. And thank you for opening and sharing that. Then we meet Drew. Now, if you watched Lauren London's show on this platform, you are familiar with Drew. Drew is really good friends with Lauren London. They fell out, but he said they're good now. Now, Drew has just recently moved to Orlando, and he is in the luxury real estate business. Now, he looks like he's actually more in Tampa, but clearly Tampa and Orlando are close enough for him to drive back and forth to hang out and do the things. But he is originally from Alabama. Now, while we see Drew, we see Lauren give him a little call. Lauren makes a little cameo. And so it was good to see Lauren. We know Lauren be out and about in these streets in the world. She says she's in South Africa right now working on music. So congratulations to her on that. But we basically just saw, that he's getting into the luxury realty business. Now, he said that later on he was going to be meeting with the esthetician about his skin. And we found out later on that is another person on the show. We'll get to that in a second. Next, we meet Cali Boy, and we get another cameo from a Chasing alum, Gardini, a.k.a. Rick Rosa. Gardini was on Chasing Atlanta. And him and Cali Boy are good friends. He said that Gardini was there for him at a really, really low time. He lost his best friend to the Pulse nightclub shooting. If you guys are familiar with that, he lost his best friend. He's also been dealing with a lot. He lost his stepfather / father, because he said that was his father figure. And his mom has been sick with cancer as well. And he said that his stepfather had cancer but beat it, but then went into a coma and passed away. And unfortunately, his mother was in the hospital and could not physically say goodbye to him. So I can't imagine how much this young man has been dealing with in the last couple of years. It's got to be a lot. Now, later on in the episode, he was getting on my nerves, but I'm going to give him a little bit of a pass. Just a smidgen. Okay. He is also in the ballroom scene, so he walks ballroom. And so, he seems to be interested. He does hosting and things of that nature. But I think he's a makeup artist. I believe it's his job. So he's like a celebrity makeup artist. So there's that. Okay. Next, we meet B Baby Lindo, who is an exotic dancer. born in the Bronx. I don't know why I didn't write it down. Sorry, y'all. Born in the Bronx, but he came down to Miami, and he's been doing dancing for a couple of years now, so that's his thing. And then we meet Ayo. Ayo does lashes, but Ayo is also in the pageant scene, so we got to see a performance from Ayo. Now Ayo and B Baby, they know each other. They're friends. I think in a light sense of the word friends, but they seem to be friends, familiar. And of course, they're talking about this puff and paint situation, and B Baby said, listen, I got a party, I got a gig, got a pool party, people paying me, I gotta go, I can't be there. Ayo was like, I get it, understand, I see you when I see you, kind of thing. Now Callie is going to be hosting the puff and paint situation. Callie is going to be hosting the puff and paint situation. Then we meet Ramani. Think of Gemini, Rimini. That's how I have to remember. So it's not Ramani, it's Rimini. Okay. Because Rimini, I said it again. Ramani, Gemini, Rimini. Lord, I'm going to work on it. Rimini is actually my favorite, and that's the one whose name I can't get right. When I say favorite, y'all, we talking about one episode. Y'all know how I am. That is subject to change. But Rimini is a drag queen, okay? During the day, he, she, and I'm saying he because when they in drag, it's a she. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know I ain't being disrespectful to people's pronouns. But Rimini works with disabled children and adults during the day, but by night does drag. We got to meet his friend and his man. They said they met on Tinder. They've been dating for over a year, and everything is everything. Again, she said, listen, I'm getting ready to go to, I've been invited to this event. I'm ready to go. Do you want to go with me? No, I don't think I don't think they invited nobody with them. But anyway, they were talking about going to the event, but trying to get out. That's what it was. They were trying to get out because they don't go out a lot. They don't really do a lot, so they want to go out. So again, everything is involving this puff and paint situation. But we got to see a performance as well, so that was good. That was great. Then we meet Max. Max is an esthetician. Now, I asked some questions about Mr. Max. Max is from Cleveland, but moved to Florida. Has not been in Florida that long now. What Max said was, I used to have my own spa, but some things happened. So now I'm just kind of taking clients out of my apartment. Now, listen, I ain't got no issue with you taking clients out of your apartment. I just want to know what happened with the spa. Inquiring minds just want to know what happened. Why you had to close your spa down? I mean, was the spa in Cleveland? Was the spa here in Orlando? I'm just wondering why you had to close the spa down. That's just me being nosy. That's it. Me, nosy. But neither here nor there. Drew ends up coming over, and Drew wants a consultation for, his skin. Now, let me be honest with you. Drew, baby, your skin is flawless. I don't know how much of that was makeup and how much of that is real, but baby, your skin looked beautiful. But I guess you could never do too much. But I guess you can never do too much, right, when it comes to the spa. I mean, the skin. With that being said, they do, again, talk about this puff and paint. Yeah, I'm going to come, want to get out, get to know people, yada, yada, yada. And then we got a chance to see Max talk his shit. He did the little skin consultation. He was telling him, SPF is great. That's what does the aging. You look like you take really good care of your skin. Yada, yada, yada. But they kind of know each other casually. Like, they follow each other on social media kind of thing. So they don't know each other, but they just know each other, but don't know each other kind of thing. But again, invited him to come to the puff and paint with him. Cool. So then we meet Marley J. Now, Marley J is a rapper. Marley J is very clear that they don't live in Orlando. They coming through to network, film the show, and get to know the people. Okay, that is what they're here for. That is what they're here to do. But we got a chance to see a little clip now. Look like Marley J did a collab with my boo K-Star with his little hoe ass. But anyway, But we meet him at the puff and paint situation. So we're finally at the puff and paint situation. And it looked like a legit gathering. Now, one thing about watching these reality shows, you know a real event from an event that's just for them to film. This was a real event. It was a full situation, and it looked really nice. The plating looked really nice. I didn't really hear nobody complaining about the food. And people was smoking. People was puffing. It was, did I say puff pass? It's a puff and paint. Have I been saying it wrong? It's a puff and paint. You know you got a sip and paint. It's a puff and paint. Anyway, excuse me. Chef Pablo was running around doing his thing. Looked like the event is pretty successful, so I know that made him feel good. But then we get to, it looks like he had a private area for the people to sit, you know, from the show so they could sit. And this was their first event. So this was their getting to know each other event. So everybody's like, hey, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hi, how are you? Kind of thing. Getting to know each other. Who are you? Where you from? What you do? Kind of situation. And you know, but age, sex, you know, that kind of thing. Now, Mr. Ayo was doing a lot in his confessional. I don't know. Mr. Ayo, you know, he was doing a lot in his confessional. We'll wait and see how I feel about that. But he was talking about somebody being Spanish and somebody being this and somebody being that and how he liked this and he like. You was doing a lot, Ayo. But Cali Boy was hosting. Now, I'm going to just go ahead and be honest with you. If I had been at that event listening to some of the jokes that Cali Boy was making, I probably would have been uncomfortable. Yeah. They were making me a little uncomfortable. I didn't think they were funny. And I probably would have been a little uncomfortable in that space. I understand he was trying to loosen people up and that kind of thing. But, you know. Talking about how he gonna F people's girlfriends. And I don't want your man. Just because I'm gay don't mean I want your man. Anyway. So he comes off from doing his hosting and he goes to the table and he walks up on a conversation that's already going on. Now, somebody asked Max, was he from Florida? He was like, oh, no, I'm not from Florida. I'm from Cleveland. I don't think he said it no kind of way. I honestly don't think he said it with an attitude. I don't think he said it like he thought Cleveland was better than Florida. I really don't think he said it no kind of way. But Cali Boy, who was actually the only person on the cast that's born and raised in Orlando, took it some kind of way and felt like, what you trying to say? What you mean? Oh, no, I'm not from Florida. What are you trying to say? What do you mean by that? And again, I feel like Callie was just on 20. I don't know if Callie was trying to make a moment. I don't know if Callie was trying to have a scene. I don't really know what all was going on. But it was giving team too much. But what I will say is Max was matching his energy. Max was like, and Max even tried to apologize and was like, look, if what I said offended you, that wasn't my intention. I'm sorry. Like, I don't feel no kind of way about Florida. But Callie just kept going. So what do you do? What do you do? And Max was like, hi, my name is Max. Like, you don't even know my name. And you like, what do you do? Well, what do you do? And I just feel like, and every time somebody tried to bring the mood down, Callie brought the mood back up. And I'm going to say this. The reason why I say that Remini, I really hope I'm saying your name right, is my favorite is because Remini is me. Because every time the camera panned to Remini had this look on his face like, what in the entire fuck? Like, was really sitting there like, now Drew is me too. Because, baby, Drew got up and walked away. Drew said, this don't have nothing to do with me. Because Drew did try to resolve it. Drew tried to bring the mood down. I saw Drew put his hand out and say, hey, all right, y'all, let's move on. Okay, let's bring this down. And Callie just wanted to keep it on 100 and keep it here. Callie was trying to keep it here. And they was trying to bring it here. And Max was meeting Callie's energy. And it just got to be too much. Like, honestly, at a certain point, it just got to be too much. And I'm going to be honest. I was like Drew. I was a cross between Drew and Remini. Because I was ready to go. And I wasn't mad at Drew. Because it was funny. Because I'm like, you invited Max, but you got up and walked away. But you actually were the one that invited Max, right? But I was with Drew. Like, this is team too much. We don't even know each other. Like, we just meeting for the first time. Now, it wasn't as bad as the Chasing LA Hamburger Mary situation. Was not as bad as that one. But it was probably number 2 on the list. Anyway, that was pretty much the episode. Episode 2, we're going to get into what happened, you know, like the aftermath. Not the aftermath, but they're outside still talking about it, and then move into, you know, some other things. But it was a pretty good episode. I mean, it definitely gave us a little get to know you, and then it gave us a little drama, and we're gonna see how we go from there. Let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.